Oh, Fool. That's a wonderful card to begin the month on. Basically, what Fool means is hopefulness, having faith, feeling like all things are possible, and in some ways having a sense of adventure. That you're going to be starting a new phase of some sort. Fool is the card that is card 0 in the deck, so it means like feeling like all things are possible, having faith in the universe, feeling like free. We see all this white in this card, which represents innocence, purity, just sort of like all things. It's got that 0 energy. It's all potential energy. So real sense of feeling carefree, lighthearted, not when a Fool shows up, it's sort of like having not a care in the world. And it's having ultimate faith and trust in the universe. Basically on the Rider-Waite, Fool is at the edge of a cliff and he's happy to jump off because he knows the universe will catch him. So it's a wonderful card of adventure, of the great unknown. That's the 0 image of the void. But it's trusting in the great unknown. So if there's question marks, for you in May, that things are the great unknown, look at it in sort of a benevolent way. There's a quote that I heard recently that said something like, trust in the benevolence of the universe. Don't try to understand everything. Recognize everything as the divine instead of trying to understand it. And I'm really getting that sense for you, Libra. Look, if you look at all these cards, the majority of them have this yellow, sunny background. So I'm really getting the sense, May, for you, Libra, is going to be some sort of, the light is shining for you. The sun is shining on you. So May feels really good for you, Libra. It just feels like it's got this sunny energy, like summer is coming for you. I do see at the beginning of the month that, normally you are Queen of Swords, Libra. Queen of Swords is usually an air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. When a Swords court card shows up, I usually will read it as that sign. So I'm seeing this as you, Libra, in reverse. There's something about you that you're not experiencing your full freedom, your full strength. You're not on the top of your game at the beginning of May. The reason I'm saying that is because I'm getting Queen of Swords here and World and Strength all in reverse. Now, these are all very powerful cards. They're all very positive cards. But the fact that they're in reverse is they're a little bit in suppression or in shadow, or there's some resistance. You have a lot of stuff available to you, Libra, at the beginning of May. This is you. So Queen of Swords is someone who is, very sharp, very, you are an air sign and swords represent air. So it's a card of knowing rules and boundaries, having a clear mind. Queen of Swords is usually very witty and able to cut through things with the clarity of her mind. And Libra is usually very fair and balanced, just as Queen of Swords is. She's really committed to the truth of things. She's committed to what's right. And if there's something that is throwing you off your game, or if there's something that you feel is not right, or that is unbalanced, or that you're having indecision with, that could be what's causing you to be in shadow, in resistance, in living in doubt or fear. But and the reason I'm saying that is because when you show up upside down, Libra, it's letting me know that there's some way that you're not coming fully to the surface. There's some way that you're not showing up fully, because you have World available to you, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's when all things come together. You get these 4 axes of the whole zodiac sign. You get Leo here, symbolized by the lion, which represents the heart and fire. You get Taurus, the bull, which represents earthly matters, or the physical world, your physical health. Scorpio, represented by the eagle here, which is all about transformation, and that is emotional depth and energy. And then you have Aquarius here, which represents the person is representing Aquarius, which represents the logical mind and air. And it's when all 4 of these line up and it surrounds you and you feel free and released and complete, and, just celebrating your place here in the universe. And, it's a great card of freedom, victory, triumph. It's when all things line up, when the universe unlocks for you. And strength is a card of endurance. It's really its namesake, strength. We show that through gentleness and patience, that strength is able to unlock the jaws of the lion. And it's not through domination or will. It's not through hard control. This card is known as soft control. But for some reason, all of these cards are in reverse. So I want to ask you, Libra, what is it that is keeping you from accessing yourself, from feeling full and supported by the universe just as you are and free, and from recognizing and experiencing your own strength? All of those are present for you, but they're all in reverse. So it's saying that you may be having some sort of doubt, fear, or that these are in shadow, that you don't recognize how strong you are, or how free you can be, or complete, or supported by the universe, or that you as yourself are enough. It's almost weird that there's like this new beginning that is at the opening of May that is maybe making you doubt yourself. I want you to consider how you relate to the Queen of Swords archetype, and how the world can support you, and consider your own strength, because I'm seeing that those might be a little bit cast in doubt or fear, or a little bit in shadow. You might not be seeing how strong you are, how capable you are, how the universe is supporting, and all things are coming together for you. I don't know, you might want to, I'm not sure how that's showing up for you, Libra, but I want you to look into that, because these three cards together show you have all this strength. You have the world upholding you, but for some reason, all three are in reverse. There's some sort of doubt, fear, perhaps related to this new beginning, this new adventure, this new you, that you're calling yourself into doubt. This is beginner's mind. And often when zero shows up, it means that everything that we used to know, all the knowledge that we had from the prior cycle, all of our skills, all the things we used to fall back on, sort of what I'll call our tool belt, doesn't work for us anymore. It's all brand new. It's sort of like baby energy or infant energy, where all things are fresh and new. Therefore, everything's wondrous and exciting, but it's almost like we don't know our old language anymore. That's the sense I'm getting for you, is that it's really a sunny time for you, but you're kind of like, I don't really know how to operate in this new system. So just realize that you have a lot of strength. You have the universe supporting you. Both these cards, if you look at this, it's funny, are zero cards. Zero is the Fool card, and this card is just one big zero. So it's all potential infinite energy. There's a lot of like the infinite worlds showing up in both of these cards, and they're surrounding you. They're surrounding Queen of Swords. So it's sort of like saying the universe, all things are possible. The slate has been wiped clean. And the sense that I get is that that's almost like frightening you, or causing you some doubt or fear. I'm also thinking of like writer's block or painter's block. When you have an empty page before you, or when you have a blank canvas in front of you, sometimes that can be daunting, and that might be causing some of these to be presented like doubt or fear. But it's also very exciting. It's almost like you can create afresh anything you want. It's actually a lot of power, and that's why this World card is probably showing up, is because it's like you can do anything you want. So try to harness that instead of being afraid of it. It's almost like you have this great power that you can harness to do whatever you'd like to start this cycle of this sunniness, but you might be questioning your strength, your ability, your mental fortitude to really carry you through. So it's worth exploring, Libra, at the beginning of May, but I'm seeing it as being very positive. You've got this wonderful golden, optimistic, the sun is shining on you. You even have the sun card showing up for you here. So it may get easier as you go through May, as you work some of this stuff out. Most of this is going to be at the beginning, from what I'm seeing, any of this doubt. And then towards the middle of the month, you have something where, be careful. I see there's two things going on here. This card, Seven of Swords, is often very me energy, and it's the card of the thief. You can see that this guy is taking 5 swords away. It's usually at a carnival, and people see him for who he is. They see that he is willing to cut corners to achieve his needs. He has the attitude of whatever, by any means necessary, he's going to cover his bases. He's going to get his. So be careful that this doesn't represent you, Libra, excuse me, in the middle of the month. Or be careful that if you're dealing with someone like this, you may need to employ some forgiveness. Now, whether this is towards yourself or towards someone else, this card, Judgment, is a card of letting the baggage of the past go and letting the old, anything that is old and has, say, died away, or it's old stories. These are people rising up from the grave and being, in a sense, judged. Or you see this spiritual fire of this trumpet. This is actually like the final days of things, the final judgment. But in this card, I usually see this as forgiveness, and especially towards someone who maybe has wronged you or taken something from you, or a way in which maybe you have operated like this, or been a bit self-centered, or just, wanting to cover your own bases at any means necessary. I think you need to employ some forgiveness to this person, whoever this might be, whether it's someone who's wronged you or has tried to take something from you, or whether this is a behavior that you have seen in yourself. You need to forgive that. That's going to be towards the middle of the month. And I'm especially seeing it in relation towards a relationship that may have been severed or may have ended. This is 2 of Cups and this is Death. They're both in reverse. So you may be either resisting an end of a relationship, Death and 2 of Cups. This is an exchange of hearts. This is love affair. This is relationship card. And in the upright position, it's usually meaning that energy is flowing smoothly, that things are going well. When these are in the reverse position and it's showing up with Death here, there's one of 2 things happening. It's either the literal end of a relationship, or it can be the transformation of a relationship. It can be the end of a cycle. Because what Death can sometimes represent is, I use the image of a garden for Death because it's literally depicted here with this rose. And when you cut the rose, you can take the seeds and plant a new rose. So it can be a cycle of regeneration, but it can't continue as it is. It has to be cut and transformed. So this is either, it's possible, Libra, with the cards that I'm seeing here, it's possible that a relationship may be ending for you and that you need to employ some forgiveness towards any underhandedness that you saw in the relationship, whether it was on your side or someone else's side. This is really signaling to me end of a relationship or end of a cycle of a relationship. What I'm seeing too is that if you are in a relationship and there has been problems, you may need to really employ this spiritual forgiveness, or spiritual fire and forgiveness in order to move on to the next cycle. Because here is Sun, and this is integration, whether it's and radiance and joy and vitality. And we see here the man and woman, or the couple, and it's integrated. They're together again. The light is shining on them. They're happy. And you can see new flowers are bursting forth. It's a card of life. So in order to get to this stage, you're going to have to close out this old stage. This is no longer working. Both of these cards, both Death and Judgment, are release cards. So Death says it's the end of the cycle. You need to cut the rose. It's no longer living. And Judgment says, whatever's in the past is in the past. You have to let it go. This is new life coming up from old things. These people cannot be the same old people that they are. You see this gray, there's sort of a gray-blue neutral color. It's transforming the view of the past through the spiritual fire of forgiveness. This wheel turns. It's the wheel of time. So I'm really seeing that if you're in a relationship or whatever your views on a past relationship are, you're going to need to sort of cut that cycle, cut that rose in order to get into a new phase of your relationship, or to integrate with yourself, to be the sun. Because sun can sometimes be two sides of yourself, the male and the female side, integrated. Sun means balancing of opposites. It's when you become whole. And you can see it's radiant, it's fire, it's joy, it's vitality. It's like the sun is shining on you. I really get the sense, Libra, that towards the end of the month is when you are going to be experiencing this, because all of these cards are pointing to this. But you will have to get through just this confidence in your own strength of the universe supporting you. There is some sort of like mountains for you to climb, or some obstacles for you to get over. And you will have to work through this end of a relationship, or looking back towards the past of a relationship, working on some forgiveness of someone who did you wrong, or tried to steal something from you, or you felt was criminal in some way, or underhanded, or lying, cheating, taking something from you. And if you can work through this, if you can acknowledge the end of that cycle, you have actually a lot of really beautiful things right towards the end of the month of May, Libra. This is integration, either in the relationship or in yourself. This is the sun shining again on you. So looking forward to that at the end of the month. And then you have two cards that are coins cards, physical world cards, that are surrounding this sweet, innocent Six of Cups, which is like childlike love. It's Six of Cups is a card where the two children are giving cups to one another. It's funny that it's lining up with this card, Two of Cups in reverse, because really Six of Cups matures into Two of Cups. This is childlike, feeling like a child with someone. Sometimes it's sentimentality, but it's very sweet card in the sense that these children, you see the white flowers, the white lilies of innocence here, which also echoes, by the way, your opening card of Fool, feeling like a child again. You really have the opportunity in May to regain some of that childhood innocence, some of that joyfulness. That's right in line with Sun. That's right in line with Fool. There's a lot of opportunities for this sunny joyfulness, this feeling cleansed, feeling innocent. But you will have to work through some things and sort of let go of this, whatever your perception of this Two of Cups card is in reverse, whether that's an old relationship, whether that's your current relationship that you're having troubles with, whether that's just your perception of relationship in general. See if you can approach things in a childlike way, because this could even be someone from your past entering in that you had known before. Sometimes Six of Cups is reunion with someone from the past, or sentimentality, thinking back to when things were simpler and just a little bit more naive is a good word. So the other two cards that are showing up this is a card of patience, Seven of Coins. It's in the upright position. It is the farmer who's allowing the grapes on the vine to sweeten, waiting for his harvest. And it's a card of waiting things out, of assessing what you're planting to see if it's what you want to reap. Because it's in the reverse position, it's telling me, Libra, you might be having a hard time waiting. You might be just wanting to pick that fruit right now. It says you might be wanting to have this relationship back, or a new relationship, or have this sweetness. You might have to just employ a little bit of patience. It might take time for you to correct, really showing up as yourself. It might be a gradual process from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, because of you reclaiming who you are. And you might want it to be going faster. I get the sense that you're doing some sort of healing or growth, but it's not happening as fast as you want it to. Or you're seeing healing in the relationship, but it's not, you want to harvest that fruit, but it's not quite sweet enough yet. But I do see from the Queen of Swords in reverse to the Sun card, that progression from the early part of the month to the later part of the month, it's happening for you. You're coming back to your own radiance. It may just be taking longer. You might want to see more progress than you're seeing. It's happening though. I'm sort of getting the sense that you're in a garden and telling the fruits to like grow faster. I want to harvest you now. You got to be patient, Libra. This is showing up for you at the end of the month. So just slow down, enjoy time, enjoy the current moment is what I'm getting for you. Enjoy right where you are instead of wanting it all now. And with Four of Coins, be careful of covering your heart. Be careful of especially holding on to money and blocking your heart, or holding on to what is. Like this card sometimes warns of don't be superficial. Four of Coins depicts someone who holds on to their money. They're kind of fearful about it. They just want to maintain the status quo. So he's got, in the Rider-Waite, he's got one foot on each coin and one hand on the coins. And then the coins are what's crowning him. It's what's on his mind. It's what's on his heart. It's what's surrounding him. But as you can see in this card, the coins block his heart. So is there anything in the physical world, whether it's money, whether it's physical assets, a house, a boat, just like things you own, your possessions, that are preventing you from accessing your heart? I'm even going to say, are you too concerned with what your potential partner's financial situation may be? Are you being a little superficial about who you might open your heart to? Or are you so preoccupied with money right now, feeling strapped or feeling like you need to hold on to things, that you're not allowing yourself that childlike, emotional Six of Cups connection? Just something to question or think about, Libra. So that's what I'm getting, is that there's some money issues surrounding fear of money and wanting to get it all right now, like some impatience perhaps, wanting your harvest right now, that may be complicating this sweet, innocent relationship, or this innocent feeling towards love. It's definitely there for you if you want it. Just be careful that money matters don't complicate it or surround it. Don't let anything fearful about money block your heart from receiving this very sweet partnership energy. Because you Libras are very, you guys are a dual sign. You have a need for partnership sort of more than others. It can often be a very consuming thing for you because Libras need that balance. You are inherently the seventh sign, the seventh house, which is all about partnership. So you have an opportunity, if you look at this column, you have an opportunity in May to recognize how the world is supporting you, how you can be free, how you can be celebrating life, victorious, all things are open to you. If you can let go of whatever perceptions you have about current relationship, Two of Cups, see if you can cut that cycle through forgiveness of any wrongdoing and open yourself up to this nice, sweet innocence. Be like a child again, where you're just giving flowers to someone or receiving flowers from someone else. It doesn't have to be caught up in whatever was here. So open yourself up to this, Libra. This is a wonderful card for you, especially towards the end of the month in May. And you've got, at the end of the month, both Sun and Six of Cups. Just look at those cards. Look at this, male and female energy, partnership energy, integration. Sun is shining, emotional sustenance. It's just, there's a lot of sweetness there, Libra. So I'm just going to encourage you to keep the faith through May. See if you can access your own strength, your own authority, and the way that the universe can support you. Work through whatever problems. Use forgiveness to release any sort of stuck partnership energy, or cut that cycle. And then you've got this wonderful sunny energy happening for you at the end of the month.